Hello, everybody, and welcome. Today is August 22nd, and it is a Thursday. I thought I'd do this recording for a recap of OnPassive 360 yesterday, where we were once again blessed by having our CEO, Ash Mufarah, with us. And boy, did he bring us a lot of information. Now, normally we've been saying over the last couple of months now, we weren't going to do any recaps, but I thought on this occasion, because of the information that he gave us, it's important that we maybe put what he's said into layman's terms so that we all understand exactly what is going on at the moment. So, as always, let's start with his misdemeanor, how he looked, etc. He came on very relaxed, very upbeat, and I certainly got the vibe from him that there's a lot of confidence there, isn't there, in Ash at the moment. Now, it is obvious, and he made no bones about the internal problems that have been happening as far as OnPassive is concerned. We will get all those details, by the way. He did promise that he will let us know what has been going on and the people behind it, etc. But he didn't want to focus on that at all. He gave us a brief update of what had been going on behind the scenes, didn't mention any names. In his opinion, it's really is unimportant. What is important is for us all to know that OnPassive is still here. OnPassive is moving forward, and the relaunch of OnPassive is going to be bigger and better. He did say, however, that in time, he will let us know the warts and all from behind the scenes. But it was very apparent from what he was saying that the effects of certain individuals within OnPassive have caused the delay of where we should be really now up to 2 years. So what he's looking to do is to restart with a bang, bigger and better than it was before, and basically go back to before 2 years and then move on forward from there. This is really the update that he was bringing us yesterday, was to tell us that we are close, in all honesty. He gave us three scenarios, A, B, and C, of likely outcomes. Now, he did mention about the site going down on the 24th of June. And he also mentioned that this was by design and something that was out of his control. Now, the scenarios that he gave us, A, B, and C, were very optimistic, and he gave them in order of probability. Now, this is the most important thing to remember of the three scenarios. He gave them in the order of what he is hoping that will happen, not in a reverse order of the ABC, but certainly in the order that he is very, very hopeful, if everything goes to plan, that this will happen. Now, what is the main importance of what he is saying? And that is to let us know that we are going to be back in business very shortly, and the OES and the products and services within the OS that we've seen before are going to be there and functioning once again. Now, probability for scenario A is that this is going to be happening by the end of this month, August. So literally in a few days' time. That is as obviously as long as everything that he's been working towards goes to plan and all of the pieces fit in with what he is expecting. And that is basically flicking the switch once more, and our ecosystem and everything we've been used to is back online. Now, he didn't say whether this was going to be back up with AWS services or not, or with a separate provider or not. But really, it makes zero difference to us as user affiliates. within the business, what we want to see is the ecosystem back up. Now, scenario number 2 was be back up, but a limited service. So not all of the components that we have seen already within the ecosystem, and that is likely to be by the end of September. So roughly just over a month, 5 weeks time. That was scenario number 2. Now remember, I'm going to reiterate this again. He gave it to us in probabilities of which one is going to happen. That is A, B, and C. So I've told you what A is by the end of August. B is by the end of September, but with limited resources within our ecosystem. And C, the last one, but the less likely to happen. But he thought it was prudent and right to give us this as well as a worst case scenario. So if everything they've been working towards doesn't happen for one reason or another, C is definitely going to happen, and that is within 3 months. Okay, so that is the worst case scenario, that we would have to wait another 3 months. But he gave it to us in likelihood of probability A, B, and C. Reiterate once again that A is by the end of August, B is by the end of September, and obviously C is within a 3-month period. So we're looking up to the end of November for that, if that is the worst case scenario. So it really is important to understand what he was saying, that he is being very, very open and transparent about where we are going. One thing he did say, which I thought was very interesting, is that when we get going again, okay, that is the launch of what we should have done 2 years ago, and he's going to then update us on the next phase of OnPassive. He said we are coming back bigger and better. He also reiterated the reasons behind it as well, which I said earlier on. But there were some very prominent things that he said. The company is built with heart. He said no other company has the organization and the membership that we have. He said the loyalty it is what gets him going in the morning, gets him out of bed to face all of the problems that he's doing. But it's safe to say, isn't it, that he really has got the bit between his teeth, and he's almost got something to prove, hasn't he? He blames himself, obviously, for many of the mistakes, and that is due to him, really, as in his personality. He is a very trusting and forgiving person. He mentioned about the people who have caused the problems behind the scenes, and he said that he doesn't know if not only he or the millions or hundreds of thousands, he said, of people that it's affected, i.e. the affiliates, members and users, then people would be able to forgive and forget what these people have done. Because at the end of the day, they've tried to hijack and destroy our dreams of what is possible within OnPassive. He made no apology for being himself, which I thought was really bold of him, in all honesty. He said that he is the worst businessman out there because of his giving nature that he has, his trusting nature that he is, and he wouldn't change that for the world. Why? Because he is trying to do something completely different within the online space, and that is to build a company with heart that is going to give the value and the service to the everyday individual, so that they have a good chance of being able to succeed online with the products and services that he is providing for us. And for me, I thought it was heartwarming that he acknowledges his mistakes, he acknowledges the dedication and loyalty of the membership, and there really is no stopping it. And that's what he was saying. He was saying, with the amount of people who are behind OnPassive, who need OnPassive, he reiterated that the people out there need OnPassive. It is the solution to so many of people's problems, and he will not give up until we succeed. So it was a great 360. He looked very relaxed, as I said. He wanted to stay and chat as well to us all, and I'm sure that he will update us when he is good and ready on the goings on that have happened up to now. But it's safe to say it's going to be business as usual. In fact, it is business above usual, which he mentioned, and that is all we need to know. So stay tuned, stay plugged in, stay the course to see this OnPassive journey through to the end. That's it for me. Bye for now.